Yeah, yeah. So, nursing and I had started to misalign before COVID already. Healthcare, it's no surprise to most people, especially probably most people listening here, that, it's a lot about the money and they put money over people. And that had already become apparent to me before COVID. But right in COVID, a lot of things really, really started to rub me the wrong way. And the role that I was actually holding during the COVID pandemic was I was the infection preventionist. Um, I had taken this role because I had always held administrative roles as a nurse, or not always, but most recently I had held administrative roles. But I had young children at home, a 1 year old and a 3 year old at the time. So I was trying to take on an administrative role that would hold on a little bit less of responsibilities. And that role did, unless the world got thrust into a pandemic. And so, my role had a little bit less responsibility until the pandemic hit. But my job as being the infection preventionist was to keep all of the patients in the building safe, but also to keep all of the staff members safe. And where I really started to misalign with nursing was that the facility wanted me to lie to the staff members about their safety because they wanted me to make sure that they would keep coming to work. Because that's how they make their money. They need to have staff members there in order to keep getting admissions and in order to keep making money. And I refused. I mean, I absolutely refused to lie to people about their safety. If I lie to them about whether or not it's safe for them to come to work, they get COVID, they bring it home to a sick child or a sick family member, and that person dies because I lied to them. I mean, I just absolutely could not, and I would not. And we really butted heads over this a lot because it was like, this is your job, this is your responsibility, and I don't care. It's not my responsibility to lie, and I won't. And so there was just a lot of headbutting there because it was like a really stressful situation, and it was, this is what you're expected to do, and I just won't do stuff like that. So, there was a lot of times where, after COVID, I knew I got to get out of this. This is not for me. My ethics and my personal, I just do not align with this anymore. This is not where I am meant to be.
hmm Yeah, and I agree with that. And thank you so much for standing up and honoring your truth. I think in a lot of roles, not just to healthcare, but in all roles that we do for a job, we're expected to do things that don't align with ethics, morals, things like that, unfortunately.
Let's talk about death, baby. Let's talk about you and me. We're not the one and only. It's going to happen to everybody.